I think it's the right play, you know, to give yourself an opportunity of a double play, and we also talk about it's tough because you know that is what you probably should do in that situation. Put a guy on, set up a double play, but also knowing that the guy on deck has been swinging it really well. So it's tough situations there all around, but you know, see what we're feeling. There was some good energy right there at the end. All the guys were pitching the heck out of it, and the vibe in the dugout continued to stay up, which was really encouraging. You know, like, hey, we got this, man. We're gonna score. It's gonna happen at some point. But saying, I don't think I ever hit an oppo home run in my life. And so there's a little bit of jealousy right there. He did it at a big moment. It was awesome.
Talk about how the momentum at times can shift when there's a dugout and field pitching wise and some energy. All right, that brings that. How does that show though? Because this has been a rough offensive start prior to that inning. And how do you keep away the hitters and able to feed off of that? Because there are times where it's hard to stay up no matter what the pitch is. Yeah. Close to 60 runs.
I think when our pitching staff has done a great job getting us back in the dugout, we can sit there and communicate and talk about making adjustments. And really, yesterday and today, the Stars did a great job. I think that kid today was a freshman too. And all the guys came in, as much as you can prep for it and read the metrics, and you get in there and that thing's got 16 inches of horizontal movement on his fastball, so it's getting in on a lot of our righties. And even each of our lefties said, hey, it's really got to come at you in order to be able to have the play. If it starts with a harder plate, it's going to be off. So we got a good pace on it, and just stayed off the barrels a lot. And we've seen it before. Like, there's something to our guys, when Hutch or Zed or Robles or Yeager, any of those guys warming up, the guys see that and feel that late in the game, where we know we're not going to give them anymore. And so now we got to do is simplify the job. Let's get one or two here. And if we get one, we feel confident we can go the distance, and that's it. At least that's the energy that our guys have in the dugout. So at no point in time do we really have that feeling of separation like we're not in any given time.
It all ends up coming out in the wash. They puts it over the fence, but was the having Porter hit for up there, is that just left on right? Or is
No, not necessarily. I think just the type of left-handed pitcher it is. He's got some good ride. And Hubby's did a good job with those left-handed at-bats he's had up to this point. And you look at numbers, like it's over 300, right? 70 something. So, regardless, getting on base at that point with that type of arm and knowing the type of approach that Porter has, I told Ryan, I go, man, what do you think? Like, what do you want to do? What's your gut saying right now? And I told him, it's your job, score runs. So don't let me get in the way of this. What do you really like? And let's make it happen. Again, sometimes when every time we've had a guy come off the bench, that also is an energy shift, because you do a great job rooting for each of the other guys. So it kind of, I think at that moment, uplifted the energy a little bit. And even though it was a comebacker, they didn't turn two on it. Glass was able to get to second base, or sitting second and third. And if we hit new double play, we tie it up right there too. I was kind of surprised. Chalt paused, and they didn't turn a double play, or at least try to get him, because he got off quite a bit. That's going to be a video moment tomorrow. I typically say ground ball back to the pitcher anywhere we're going to avoid the double play. Not any ground ball, a non-double play ball. Like, then we can chill. But if it's a double play ball, we got to go. So I've also seen that happen where they grab it, we don't go, throw it to second base, and then you get the guy at home, or you turn a double play and the guy's stuck at third base, and that's not ideal.
It was obviously a super shaky start to the season for Zach, but what he's done over the past couple of weeks has just been pretty unprecedented. I mean, I don't think he's given up a run. Two different people on the mound. I almost think that when he takes the mound several outings ago, guys probably look at the numbers and go, okay, yeah, here we go. And then he's throwing 97, 99 miles an hour with a really good slider and a good change. I think just early on we were in the middle of the zone a little too much early, and guys were on him. But he's also like ticked up his intensity level, getting out there. Instead of trying to throw strikes, it's ripping it through the zone. And Thor always uses the word conviction, and like throwing it with everything you got. There is no plan B, it's just go. And you could tell when he's in that mode. For any of the guys, really, like I always say body language is loud, and he did. Like lately, he's been pretty nasty.
Yeah. Do you want him fielding that?
What's that?
Quasi bunt down the line, like that Roy's back fair to get the interference call. Do you want him going over there? Or is that Galloway's ball away?
I think on that one, it's like if it was a bunt, it's like a soft push.
Yeah.
But it was a swinger, and that's one of the ones where once it doesn't get beyond like that 45-foot box, and because it was a swing, Singer's going to be playing his position. He's not going to be creeping over like he would if a guy showed. So that was the right move. To go get it and not just assume that it's going to be foul. And that thing had some nasty spin. But once he pick it up, the runner can't leave the running lane. And so grabbing it, fine. I love getting outs, around defense. And just how the rule is on that too, having the runner go back to second is also a big moment, because now you can rip sliders and not have that worry about what if I overthrow one. You get a guy on third, you guys are more likely to throw it more in the zone and less likely to bury it. But yeah, that was a pretty good moment too.
That last pass notwithstanding, any thoughts of moving Josh? The moment over 20.
He's still a big threat. Even like yesterday, he took some good passes on it, and I'd say like as a whole, last couple of days we've been pretty quiet with the bat. Again, facing good arms, so I'm more looking at like the intent, the eyes. But he got back with that food poisoning or whatever, and so it takes a couple of days to get back from. I'm not saying that's resulted. I'm just more so watching his work and some of the thunder. And so he's young. He's going to work through it. He's a good threat. But I think every day we always show up, and our job is never a guarantee. We just got to keep earning it each and every day.
Just got to hand him Gavin's box scores from his freshman season.
Spell some demons. Yeah, man. Well, and that it is always hard. Obviously, freshman year. Now you see it when like guys are moving schools or what have you, getting in there and just more so being yourself and getting comfortable and learning how to handle big game situations, learning how to play in front of 4,000 at Goss. It takes time. I joke around with Talt in that matter, and all those guys that have been here for a handful of years, and that was something with Turley, just watching him continue to grow. That's a big part of the fun of coaching, is like watching these guys mature in a situation that they maybe got sped up as a freshman and handling it with such grace. Later on, it's really fun to watch.
How did you feel like the guys showed up kind of to the yard today after a disappointing night last night?
When I got here, I was watching guys move in and out really well. We had our hitters meeting. Very honest, we're talking about our primaries, our secondaries, putting some pressure on the defense. Not that we were on the bases a lot yesterday, but when we have those moments, being ready and challenging them pretty heavy today on bunting. And Adam goes out and gets 2 bunt hits, one on the third base side, one on the first base side. They're not respecting it, and they shouldn't. We haven't proven it. Really, up to that point, we only had 12 attempts on the year with nobody on, trying to get on base. And if the third baseman's playing back or there's opportunity on the right side, we have to use that weapon, regardless of how many outs or whatever. But I thought the attitude was good. I thought batting practice, even pitchers throwing program, seeing how they're going about it. I always kind of wander around and look how the interactions are in the outfield with the pitchers and position players. Hubbard was sprinting in for his group from the cages, showing off his wheels. So I thought the energy and the focus, and even after BP, was really good. Just together, phones are down, they're communicating. It's good.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Cheers.